Five, four, three, two, one, zero. Take off. What is up, everybody? This is episode number 1 of the Empty Space Podcast. My name is Stephen Carafone, and next to me, as always, is Nick Batchelder. We really appreciate you guys giving us a listen and hope you enjoy. So, that being said, this is our first episode we're ever doing. This is the Empty Space Podcast, and a lot of you have probably seen us on Instagram posting some stuff. We're not putting too much out there yet because we're just getting rocking and rolling, but Empty Space Podcast. Now, that's a pretty, broad name, and it could mean a lot of different things, but this is a quick episode for us, and we just kind of want to talk about, what the Empty Space Podcast means to us personally. As individuals and then as a group, because me and Mr. Batch here have come together to kind of express our feelings towards mental health and pop punk music.
Yep.
And I mean, for me personally, the Empty Space Podcast, this was something me and Batch created over the phone, not intentionally at all.
No, it just kind of came out of nowhere. We were just shooting the shit one day, and we were like, hey, let's start something real. Let's start something cool.
And I think that was the most natural thing it came to us. And it wasn't even for me personally, I remember you calling me and you were like, dude, no one does this. I got an idea. We got to do this pop punk podcast. Cause anybody who knows us, we're absolutely huge fanboys of any pop punk. I mean, yeah, for real.
Man.
I mean, it started with Green Day for Nick. It started with Blink for me, and then everybody in high school knows all those emo bands like MCR and Avenged Sevenfold, A Day to Remember, et cetera, et cetera. But Batch called me up one day, and he just expressed to me. I mean, you just told me basically. What'd you say? Tell him. What'd you say?
I just was like, hey man, I got an idea. It's something different, something real, something that nobody else is really doing, man. Let's start a podcast about pop punk and mental health, because the two go hand in hand.
Yep. And I think from there it branched off, because at that same moment that week I had this idea. I wanted to create some sort of mental health awareness, something. I was writing in my notebook about I just want to help people. I just want to help people in any way I possibly can. And the biggest thing is mental health. I mean, everyone's got mental health things going on. I mean, from sad to depression to OCD to ADD. And I just want, for me, I was I want to make t-shirts and sell it to people, and all proceeds go to mental health awareness or a suicide prevention type place, hope for the day and all that stuff. And then we kind of he was like, dude, well, let's put it together and let's make this thing too. And who
merge this thing.
Right. And who can't relate music with when you're sad, dude, you go to music. Most
exactly. I mean, yeah, especially us.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
I mean, we could talk about all the bands that have, helped us through all of our shit. I don't want to list them all, but
definitely not. I mean, we're gonna get there.
Yeah. There's just too many.
But I mean, so for me personally, I just want to get into it. I was a quick background about how we kind of started, and me and Nick have been friends for about 10 years now. I'd say something like that. We started off playing hockey together, and then we both found out we liked the same music. But I mean, that's a little background.
About 2 hours.
Took 2 hours and almost getting hit by a car, but
running a few stop signs, taking a selfie.
Poor chick. Yep. That's so funny. Anyway, so long story short, that's how we kind of got together and figured we'd do this. And we weren't doing this for we want to get big. We're just doing this because we talk on the phone like this, and we think people would benefit from hearing this.
Absolutely. We just want you guys to know that, you're not alone out there. And there are people who go through the same shit you go through. Might not be exactly the same, but it's pretty close to the same. And, it's okay not to be okay. And you're not alone.
100%, man. 100%. And so I'm going to just talk about me and my personal view on what this means for me, and all that, and then I'll hand it over to Batch. But if anyone saw my Instagram post lately, I posted a very
So
personal a very
love the
personal thing.
love the inner thigh. Sorry, I'm like stepping
It
all over
was
your
there,
shit,
yeah.
but
I think that that was very very sexual, and it was for all the ladies out there. Even though
ooh.
I'm taken, and I'll cheat any day. I'm just kidding. Uh, anyways, so for me, Empty Space podcast. The Empty Space podcast for me, mental health is a huge issue. It's something that I've been struggling with forever, and I just like Batch was saying, it's okay to not be okay. Me myself, I struggle with a lot of depression, anxiety. I've had suicidal thoughts. I've acted on my suicides a few times. Thank God that I have not fell through with those. And I just think that it becomes such a big issue, especially now with COVID. More and more people that have never experienced depression are finally, even at like an older age, or having this weird sense of sadness and unknowing of what to expect. And I feel like it's empowering for people to be there together and stand together. And for me, this is just a place where two human beings can express that. And if we come on here and we're crying, we're going to do it. We're not holding back anything. We're just going to express ourselves and how we feel. If we have a shitty day, we're going to talk about it. If we're having a great day, we're going to explode about it. And I feel like this is a good platform for people to listen to. I mean, I'm going to share a lot of stories about myself and things I've
Yep.
struggled with. OCD is a big part of that. And depression are probably the two biggest things that eat me out alive. And I just want people to know that they're not alone. I want you to know that like it's okay to be scared. I want you to come on here and talk to us. We're gonna have a bunch of people on here, and we're gonna
Hell
do
yeah.
all that. And but for me, basically, this is just a platform for me and Batch to talk about things that are super like on our mind that we don't feel like talking about. We feel closeted about it. And I just love us all as human beings. I've grown a lot. I used to be an angry elf, dude. I used to be really freaking
Yeah,
mean. I used to do things to
man.
myself and to others that like I couldn't imagine like doing anymore. Like I've grown from that, but that doesn't mean it's, it doesn't still come up on me. But I'm not going to rant too much longer because like we'll get into that at the end of this probably again. But for me, this is just like a great place to let people know that like we're here for you. And if we can tell you a story or two, or you can listen and find out, hey, we're sad, we have depression, and we have suicidal thoughts. Like I know there's thousands of people out there who are going to listen and just be like, hey, wow, like I can relate to
I'm
that.
not alone. Like,
Exactly. So I'll let you go, Batchy.
I mean, yeah, man, it's basically the same thing you said. I don't have the OCD that you have, but I definitely have, anxiety, depression, uh, suicidal thoughts, acted on it a few times. Like, I don't know how many people are going to hear this, and, you know, that's going to be pretty shocking because not a lot of people know that shit. But,
All
uh,
right.
yeah, I basically just, the same shit you said about the mental health and letting people know that we're here and you're not alone, and it's okay to have those thoughts, and it's okay to feel the way you feel, and you shouldn't be alienated for that, and you shouldn't be put down for that. And you know if anyone does that to you, just right away tell them to fuck off. And you know
Absolutely. Fuck.
yeah,
They are
yeah,
not even
fuck
a part of your
off.
life, bro.
That's not a friend. That's not someone that you want as a support system, because they're not a support system.
Like the get over it. You'll be okay.
Yeah, that's no. Don't get over it. Deal with it. Feel the feelings that you feel. It's okay. Those are okay to feel. And basically, on a lighter note, um, you know, introduce people to music they haven't listened to.
Hell fucking yeah,
Maybe
dude.
people are living under a rock and haven't heard of the story so far. Ever heard of it? Or Knuckle Puck or Movements, Belmont. There's so many bands we could list them all off, but all of these bands have helped me and Steve through all of our shit that we've gone through, and maybe you haven't heard of them, and they'll help you through yours.
Can make a car playlist or something like
Yeah,
that.
man. Just
And then
you're not feeling yourself, and you put on our playlist, and you feel a little bit better afterward.
like your
Hopefully.
dog took a shit in the house and now you're depressed. We got a
Oh
song for
man.
that.
Yeah, sure we do.
I
But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
that's basically the gist of it, man. Like I just want people to know that they're not alone, and those feelings that they have or those thoughts that they have, you don't have to justify them to anybody. You don't have to worry about being judged here. Like, you can reach out to us anytime you want to, and we'll always talk and always listen, because that's the main issue I think me and you have talked about is, when you feel that way, a lot of times you don't really want an answer. You don't really want to hear like it's going to be okay, or like, I
Yeah,
mean,
because
obviously
feel
you just want to vent.
feel that. Yeah, you want to vent. You just want to
Yeah,
hear.
you just want to be heard, and you just want to be listened to, and that's basically what we're gonna do. And you're gonna listen to us because you have no choice.
That's right,
And
mom.
and we'll listen to you. So yeah,
Absolutely.
like Steve said, we're gonna have a bunch of people on,
Yeah,
get
why
different
don't we tell the
perspectives.
people like who we're gonna like types of people, and just a little side note here. This is our first time doing it, so I know as the
Yeah,
episodes go on, it's gonna be more like it's gonna structurally be a little better and like
you'll
sound a
get
little
to know
smoother.
us
You
a
get to
little
know us,
better, and
yeah. But I think people like I think what's interesting is like I've had a lot of people actually hit me up and want to be on this podcast, and we haven't even
yeah, me
started
too.
yet. I've had a lot of people just like, hey, I want to tell a story about like my body dysmorphia. I want to tell a story about the fact that I don't have depression or I don't feel anything that you're feeling. I can't relate, but I would love to be on it just to talk to you about it and get to know like more about it. I think that's
Yeah,
beautiful. I think that
same.
isn't super empowering that I
That's
had somebody
huge.
hit me up. Shout out to Carrick Pierce, actually. I'm going to say that real quick because he hit me
Oh
up and
yeah,
said, listen, bro, I can't even relate or understand what you're going through, but I respect the shit out of that. And I want to, just help out and be on that and just learn a little bit. And I think that's super beautiful,
that's
man.
huge. That's huge, man. That's big.
Yeah. And then I know, so we have some people lined up. I mean, I know,
Yeah,
my
we
buddy
got
Samuel Feely is gonna come on. He's in a
yep.
band, Saving Vice. Break Loose is his clothing line. Shout out to Samuel Feely. He's gonna come on here. He's the drummer. He's gonna talk about that stuff too, and about music because he correlates with that. Who do you have some people that you want to talk about?
Yeah, we got a few. We got Terrence Carr. Shout out to Terrence. He's an EMT. He's gonna come on and talk about, just the shit that those poor people go through on a
Fuck,
daily
man,
basis. The
the
shit that they
PTSD you don't think about with them, dude.
yeah, and the shit that they don't talk about with anybody else. And
Hmm.
so that'll be cool to get that perspective from him. We'll have a couple people from work on,
Yep.
like, talk about what they go through. And we're gonna have a couple local artists on. Pat Kearns, host of the Big
Hey,
Mo Small Words podcast,
shout
baby.
out, shout out.
And
Whoop whoop.
not a big deal.
No.
And local guitarist Matt Lapierre. Shout out
Nice,
Matt.
Matt. Shout out,
Legend.
buddy.
Legend.
Mr. Laps.
And trying to think who else we said we were gonna have
I
on. Just a
know.
couple
So
buddies that listen to the genre
yeah,
and want
absolutely.
to shoot the shit about music. And
And I also have a guy from I just got in contact with
oh
not too long
fuck,
ago.
sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. I
Cut me
just
off. Go,
thought of
go,
it.
go,
Just
go.
thought of it.
Think
Sorry,
about it.
sorry,
Go.
sorry. We're gonna try and have Eric Zaitz on. Shout out to
Yeah, that's
Zaitz,
right.
Bostonian
Bostonian
Barbershop.
Barbershop.
He's the owner. He knows a ton of people in the scene, in the genre. So it'd be cool to get him on. Talk to him about some shit. I know he was big with. He's got his clothing line, Idle Hand Collective. Check that out.
Check it out.
Yeah, yeah. So try and have him on because he was involved with Warped Tour a lot. So I know he would go like on Warped Tour, like would be on the full
And I know
tour.
all you
So
90s babies know Warped Tour, whether you went or not. You fucking know what that shit was, dude. And that
yep,
shit was
yep,
legendary for music scenes.
absolutely.
Not just like pop punk, rock and roll. Dude, they had hip hop, bro.
They had everything.
That
It was just
Warped Tour
huge
was the
for
shit. So don't
music,
tell me
man.
you don't know what Warped Tour is, motherfucker.
Yeah, but he's huge. So if we can get him to come on and shoot the shit for a few, that'd be sick. So
Yep. And then
um,
I know I got that suicide prevention hotline. One of these guys I know out in California said he's gonna come on and talk about how he goes about his day with working for the suicide prevention hotline, and also the fact that he like is running like every year they run like a festival for suicide prevention, mental health awareness, and he's gonna come on and he's gonna talk about all that stuff. I know my sister's gonna come on. That's gonna be pretty big. We're gonna have a lot of people on here, man,
yeah, I
talking
mean, there's a
about
lot of
all
people
sorts
that
of
go through
things.
this shit. So
Yep,
it's all different, but it's all the same.
exactly. It all breaks down to the same thing. We have hearts. We're human beings, and we're just trying to get through the day, right?
Yep, that's it,
That's it,
man.
man. We're just trying to live. That's literally it. And I express that like we are literally human beings. There's no like agenda for what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be figuring out who we are, and like it's just super empowering to see like so many people going through a very similar situation, but also wanting to be there for each other and wanting to like
Yeah,
just,
that's
spread it.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy the amount of people that have reached out and like, you know, said that how happy they are and how proud they are of us for doing this.
Yep.
And like the response has been absolutely overwhelming, and like I can't thank you guys enough for
Absolutely.
everything. Especially I gotta do one more shout out. Probably the best tattoo artist in the world, Erica Green, Generation One Tattoo.
Shout out
She
Generation One.
is the balls, the best. If you want some new ink and you're on the South Shore, actually anywhere, just fly to Massachusetts. I don't give a fuck. Plymouth, Mass, 41 Court Street. She's the best.
That's
You will
awesome.
not be disappointed.
That's
She
awesome.
shouted me out because she's gone through a lot of stuff in her life. Maybe we'll get her on if
Hell
she
yeah.
wants to talk about it. And
Dude, we should get her. We should go get some tattoos, right? And then just throw the microphone on while like you're
oh,
laying down.
dude,
That would
oh
be
man,
fucking sick. I
you would
would
hear
love
some
to.
shit.
You'd hear some shit, and you'd get to
Yeah,
hear that needle and that.
yeah,
Anyone who gets
man,
tattoos loves that sound, man. Well, I
yeah,
feel like most people would, but like,
yeah. I'm sure she would be down to do something like that. She's gonna be drawing up another logo for us.
hell
I'm
yeah.
sure. We had to ask her. So if when she listens to it, sorry I haven't texted you about it yet, but we'll pay you. But no, seriously, if you guys are looking for new ink, that's where to go.
Yeah,
Like she's the best.
I think that's
Unless Steve
great.
has a guy too that he likes to
Nah, I
go
don't
to.
have, dude. I've tattooed half of my shit that's poorly drawn out. I have like the most ridiculous tattoos. I think I have like
And
5 professional tattoos that I actually respect.
and that's no offense to your tattoo artist people. Like if you have a tattoo artist that you're cool with, that's fine, but mine's better. Like
Your opinion is shit. That's
and
okay.
if you're a tattoo artist, that's cool too, but you're not as good as Eric. I'm sorry.
Some brownie points right there, dude. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So I mean,
yeah,
I
we're gonna
think
have a ton of people on.
yeah,
Long
the
story
basic of
short.
it is yeah, we're gonna have so many people on that it's just like it's just gonna be cool to like actually just talk to people and just like get their perspective and understand like
Yeah.
even if they want to if you want to come on and just vent like that's gonna be cool too. And we're gonna have some on the other side of like not mental health, putting it aside, but I mean we want to talk about music and how like it correlates with mental health. Like I was saying
Right.
earlier, like if you get sad, what do people do? They go on Instagram, they go on their story, and they go, "Hey, I'm sad. I'm making a playlist. What do I want to listen to?" Or, "Hey, I want to go to the gym. I'm
Yeah.
angry. What can I listen
We
to?"
see it. We see it all the time on that Pop Punk Kids page that on
Absolutely.
Facebook that kids will post like, oh, my boyfriend just cheated on me. What should I listen to?
Yeah.
And the response is ridiculous. How much like music that kids throw out. It's like up for like 10 minutes and there's
Right.
130 comments. It's insane.
And then you just got to listen to it for the 3 days straight, unless you're an
Yeah,
asshole,
it's crazy, but that's awesome to see. Like people like realize like music helps out so much with shit.
Right?
And
Absolutely. Not even just in the lyrics too, but just the music itself, like the
yeah,
melody, the chords, or whatever you're listening to, like that itself can just be soothing, and yoga sense in its own way. And like I think it's just like people are really going to relate to the fact that I feel like a lot of people don't understand how powerful music is to their
yeah,
like to themselves. I mean, everywhere you go, there's like music. You get in your car, there's the radio, or you put your phone and you listen to music. You go to the
mhm.
gym, you put your headphones on, you listen to music. You go to work, guess what's on in the like if you're working retail, it's on the fucking system all day.
Fuck construction, dude. There's music
Construct,
everywhere,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Like music is surrounded by us, and not only just music, but we create music too, just by driving our cars, honking our horns. Like that may just be like the musical like inside of me because I like to create music, but like
Right.
I just think that like people like music and mental health is such a big thing. And like I said, it doesn't have to. Mental health doesn't mean like you have to. It's like a depression. It can be like happy too. We're gonna talk about
Yeah.
like happy mental health, like being
Right.
happy. Like what was your happiest moment? And I bet you most of your happy moments there might be some music like intertwined. Like yeah, I was driving around with my friends. We had the best time of our lives. That was the happiest moment
Probably.
of my week.
Like
Okay, but you were listening to music too, right? Yeah, probably.
like 90% of mine are involve music.
Right?
Like I'd say 100% of that 90% of music is definitely at concerts or when an album came out,
Right?
or because like I can remember like listening like every day a new album comes out, me and you legit call each other and break the album down
song by song,
which we're gonna do, by the way.
100%, which is what
People aren't gonna like it.
Especially certain bands that we will not name this episode. But
sorry, I couldn't help myself.
That's okay. But I feel we're gonna break down some bands from like the 90s, 2000, everywhere. Honestly, everywhere.
Yeah, just
I know
the 80s, old school punk, like just everything. Man.
It's gonna be cool, and I think a lot of people would like love to hear like yo throwback like
a
Bowling for Soup album. We can
sit
down and talk about it.
Just DM us, fucking DM us at Empty Space Podcast, and let us know a band that you want us to break down and talk about. And we'll do it.
On that note, Batchy, not to interrupt you, but like I like that you're saying DM us like some bands. Yo, DM us some ideas too if you have some ideas for this podcast, because this isn't like there's no structure to this. We're not coming in here and be like,
no,
all right,
we're
we
a bunch
need to
of
talk
idiots.
about this. It's okay. I'm Spadeshel. If you got some ideas or if you got some stuff you want to throw at us, like, hey, I would love to hear about this, or can you go about this? Yo, we'll do it. We'll at least give it a thought and like throw it in.
And like I said about the DMing thing, and like you said, it's like even if you're going through some shit and you don't feel like you have anyone to talk to, like
powerful.
You might like, you know what I mean? You'll get one of us like it might be Steve who responds, it might be me who responds, but you'll get one of us.
Yep. Yeah. And I think that's
and we'll definitely cool. We'll sit there and talk to you.
Yeah. I think that's great, man. I honestly didn't even think about that. I think that's super cool. Like, yeah, exactly. I'm just reiterating it because I think it was so powerful, and that's such a big statement. Like, if you have like a problem, or if you have something going, I don't want to call it a problem, but if you have something going on and you're not feeling right, like you got two people right here that will literally anytime, as long as we're awake and not sleeping, like
we're not working,
but like
even if I'm working, I'll find a way to.
Exactly, man. And I think that's awesome, man. And a lot of people like. This is hard, man. It's hard to talk about your mental health, man. It's hard. You think that stuff's private, dude, and a lot of people.
We're putting it out to everyone, man.
Yeah, that's why this may seem a little bit of an awkward conversation, because this is new, man. You don't go around telling people. This is like shit you talk to a therapist about, like, not that we've talked about, like, who comes out here and just says, hey, like, I've had suicidal thoughts, or I've
tried to kill myself 3 times. Like,
bro, that's not fucking easy.
Yeah, man, it's not. But I think it's easy, because you're involved and I'm involved with you, because we've had this talk.
We're the best friends. We've talked. Like, this is something like, we've had this talk before, and it may sound like, wow, like they're just talking about it. Yeah, we are, because we need to.
It needs to be talked about. You can't. It needs to be talked about. The stigma needs to end, and
fuck the stigma.
We're gonna help it. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Absolutely, man.
So,
but I mean, and as far as like I said, we're gonna incorporate music into it. It's a whole thing. The whole thing is what we talked about. I mean, it's gonna be cool. I'm really excited to like get this rolling. I mean, we've had a couple of hiccups where my microphone shit the bed, and then
sorry,
I don't want to talk about Nikki's issue with the computer.
That's goddamn. Don't ever. We're never getting a sponsorship from Amazon. So. Fuck that. Don't ever buy a refurbished fucking laptop from Amazon, because you will get hosed.
Yeah.
You will get a button that just keeps pressing no matter what you do. I ripped the button off of my laptop and it still kept typing.
You got sprayed like a nun in a cucumber.
So $1,300 later.
Yeah, bro. That sucks. That really sucks. But we're here. We're ready to rock. Oh, that too. We're going to do shit in person too. We're going to be doing, I don't know what you want to do, but I mean, I think we talk maybe, once a month, maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to go in person. We'll shoot a video we're going to put out there. Right now it's just going to be the audio, which is perfectly fine.
Because I'm ugly.
Because he's so sexy, and I just can't stand his, dude, you look like a beaver construction man that wants to have sex with just me and only me. And I'm a male, female.
My girlfriend's going to hear this.
Okay, well. I broke up with mine right now.
What?
Yeah, you have to make the second stride.
I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Can't.
All right, that's fine. But yeah.
I'll see if she'll share.
Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna stop talking about it because it's.
We're off the rails.
We're gonna go off. We're off the rails, man.
Whoa, man.
Shout out to Steve's dad. Shout out to my dad. For being
Oh,
in
we
California.
gotta shout out Kevin.
Oh, Kevin!
Kevin from Target.
Hang on. For all of you who don't know, me and Batch tried to record about a month ago, and my microphone was working for about 2 weeks. Again, off Amazon, and it shit the bed. And
Fuck Amazon.
dude, fuck Amazon. Goddamn Amazonians. And so I went to 6 different stores, probably exactly. Honestly, I went through all Braintree, like right near Guitar Center. I checked Guitar Center out, sold out. Staples sold out. Best Buy sold out. I was looking for a microphone.
I was running around the North Shore looking.
Yeah, bro. Facts. I get to Hanover, right? And shout out to the Target in Hanover and Mr. Kevin there.
Kevin.
In the technology center had one Blue Yeti mic left for Mr. Stephen.
Attaboy, Kevin.
And ding, 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 that worked out. So we ended up getting it working, but shout out to Kevin. Little side story there.
Yeah, Kevin's the man. Kevin's the reason we're recording this.
Doing this right now, dude.
Yeah.
That in my mom's vagina. That might have helped a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
That was good. That was unnecessary.
And Tristan at Apple, he helped me get my laptop. So
I like Tristan.
yeah, he was a nice fella.
Sounds like a nice fella.
Yeah, he had the next day off, so he was excited.
Oh, that you get the best employees when you have the next day off.
I was his last customer. He was pumped.
Oh, dude, yeah. He probably saw you and was like...
He was gassed about the podcast, so I told him.
Did he give us a follow? Did he give us a hi?
Nah.
Cool. We don't want him. He's a good guy.
He said it was cool, and then he...
No, that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. So, I mean, yeah, I feel like we can wrap it up from here. I mean,
yeah, man.
You got anything else you want to add to this?
Nah, we're pretty much good, man. This is just this is just a quick intro. I mean, you can plan on these being probably an hour and a half long because if you haven't noticed, me and him can kind of just go for a while.
We can go off the rails a little bit, but we'll learn as we record these things as we go.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not gonna listen to this and go, dude, let's do it again. Like, fuck that. This is real, dude. If I say shit, I say shit. Like, that's if we talk about
is what it is.
You know, if we talk about
but don't be offended by shit we say either.
No,
we're just fucking around and we're not,
This isn't and I want to, just say one last, this isn't we're talking about mental health, so it's super serious because, again, mental health is super serious and it should be taken seriously, but life should also be fun and we should be having fun. So we're not going to sit here and not swear, not get off the rails. This is awesome. It's just us. It's just who we are, man. We're just
this is just
human beings, man, having a good ass time.
Yeah, we're 2 idiots just having fun.
Just having fun, man. What was I going to say at the end here?
Oh boy. Lost the notes.
What was that? I don't have any notes, but I'm pulling some out now. We're just sad.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. Just super sad. We're sad boys. That's just the stigma.
Oh, yeah. What was it? I know what you're looking for now.
I know. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever.
We have terrible memories too.
We're probably lost at least the one listener.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Again, I'm just gonna reiterate everything. We're gonna have different type of people coming on. We already have lineups. We got EMTs, firefighters, musicians, other podcasters we're working with, family members, close friends. We just have everybody who's gonna come on, and then we're gonna break down music, old albums. We're gonna talk about Blink 182 and stuff like that. And if Ricky Driscoll, my buddy, wants to come on and talk about it, let's get it, dude. My buddy Sam, Saving Vice, you want to come on here? We'll talk about that. And it's all gonna be all over the place, man. It's gonna be fucking fun. And it's just to talk and have a good time. There's nothing to it, and I fucking love it.
Exactly. We're gonna have guys on, my buddy Sean from Plymouth talk about how he hates state champs and has no idea why. He just does. And then we'll have my buddy Clocky on from work, who is a diehard Blink fan, and I'm sure that'll be fun because
I love Blink 182.
Yeah, he hates when I talk about how much I love Blink too. But no, it'll be good. It'll be fun, because there's just a lot of people that want to come on here and get their voice heard and want to come on and shoot the shit about music with their boys. So
yeah. So get ready for some really tough stories to listen to about us individually.
Strap in.
Yep, strap in, baby. Lock and load. Get ready for some good stories. Get ready for some some good music, and we hope to hear you guys we hope to hear some advice and some
feedback.
input. Yeah, even good or bad.
Yeah, whatever. We don't care. We
On
got thick
that note,
skin. We can take
yeah,
it.
let's go. I'm gonna go take a poop after this Dunkin' Donuts coffee I drank at 8 o'clock at night.
Shout out Dunkin' Donuts.
Shout out Dunkin' Donuts, you're the best coffee I've ever had, and I don't like Starbucks anymore.
So we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
That was good, dude. I like
Yeah,
that.
man.
That was fun.
Hell yeah. That was sick. That was sick.
I feel nervous,
Dude.
but
A little awkward at first, but like it didn't take long, dude. It took like 2 minutes and we were right into it.